Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Round 4 feature match between Yuki Zaninovich and Jordan Jacob in YGOverdose's third Dueling Network tournament. Today I'm joined by Owen Collier-Ridge. Owen, why don't you say hello?
What's up, guys? Pretty good match here, hopefully.
Right. Well, this match was selected because, among other reasons, actually there are a variety of them, Yuki Zaninovich won the first YGOverdose tournament. Oh, and do you know his record right now?
He's XO.
He's XO. So he's
XO in games as well.
He's XO in games. He hasn't lost a single game. He's playing a wind-up deck, and Jacob is playing. I'm just gonna call them by their usernames. J Bear is playing a Fire Fist deck.
And I think it should be noted that Yuki sides into Fire Fists with his deck.
Right.
To try to make rivalries and deck devs and hand traps ineffective.
That's right. So this morning, early on, around like 2 o'clock in the morning, if people want to know, one of the reasons why I overslept today is because one of the things I was doing last night was talking to Yuki. I offer advice to anyone who asks for advice before the tournament, and he was a little confused, not confused, but a little unsure of what to run. And we talked about this idea of doing wind-ups into some kind of transitional side deck, and we settled on trying out what side decking Fire Fist. That was a tongue twister.
Yeah.
And I mean, it seems to be working out for him.
Yeah, I looked at the list and I sort of thought there were a few flaws, but I mean, if you're XO in games, I guess it doesn't really matter. Because he beat Giovanni the previous round, who won the second tournament.
Right, Giovanni Del Moral. He's also playing a similar version of the Fire Fist deck that he won with, right?
Yes, I believe. I mean, I'll look it up if you want.
No. I'm reading Facebook posts.
All right. Okay, so Jacob's playing Tengu in his Yu-Gi-Oh deck. That's a good one. Wonder if he's playing Horn too. I guess the main problem with Yuki's deck is that in like such a small tournament like this, it's pretty easy to be found out, so to speak.
Right. That's actually just kind of that just kind of happened. Giovanni kind of posted about it, and everyone now knows that he's side decking into
Fire Fists. Yeah, Giovanni was very unhappy after losing and decided to try to spoil his party.
I don't know if I'd say that he did it on purpose. Like, I would just as well say that he shared with people how he lost.
I mean, alright. Like, if I wasn't happy with someone, I don't like go tell them every single card that they played that was out of the norm that I saw.
I mean, again, you're making the assumption that he was unhappy. You could just say, hey, guys, I lost because I sided an ineffective tech.
Mm-hmm. Well, I lost because my opponent's strategy was far superior, right? And he made my cards ineffective. Does that make more sense?
I mean, it seems like you're trying to rub it in.
No, but like that's more accurate.
I don't think so.
Alright.
I like Giovanni. I think he's a fine guy. I don't think he tried spoiling anyone's tournament experience.
I see. It's really funny. I know that he's actually wrecking Direwolf, which is so good.
Who is?
Yuki.
Oh, right.
Man, that card is like one of my favorites. Especially against like just in grind games with Rabbit, it just creates so much advantage. And he also plays mind control, so that gives him a pretty big edge in the mirror match here. Or not in the mirror match, against fire guys.
Fire Fist, because you can take them and exceed them away without having to worry about them. Right.
Sure, or you can pop them with the direwolf.
Oh yeah, right. That's another good point.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so I'm back to paying attention to the game, and I see that Yuki has resolved a Magician Shark into 3 face downs. I think it's clear he has a Solemn Judgment face down. What do you think?
I mean, he could have a Solemn or Starlight Road, but
right, he does.
It's also not very common for these Yu-Gi-Oh decks, the Fire Fist, to play Torrential Tribute. From what I've seen, I guess.
You said it's uncommon for them to play Torrential Tribute?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So he could just be making like an educated decision.
You know what? That's a very good point. I hope that that's the case. I mean, that would be more interesting than if he had a Starlight Road down.
Mm-hmm.
People are posting in the Facebook group that they're disappointed that they can't watch the feature.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why it's a feature. So like you watch it later.
Yeah, right.
Like you can't like YCS is you can't get up really close, and see exactly what's going on at a feature match. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, well,
but
someone should remind them that that we're recording it and they'll be able to watch it later.
Yeah.
I feel bad, but I mean at the same time I do understand that like that's actually something that comes up a lot when people ask, do they have to have watchers? Because some people don't. Some people like their friends watching so they know they don't get cheated and stuff like that. Some people don't mind the company, but others would rather not give away their deck secrets and stuff.
Mm-hmm. This is really surprising. I have no idea why you went Shockmaster there. I definitely would have tried to go Maestro, and I don't know. I think there are a lot better options than just going straight to Shockmaster. He has 2 rabbits.
What was
garnered a lot more advantage.
What were the cards on board, and what did Rabbit banish?
Rabbit banished itself, and then Magician got another rabbit, and he had Shark, Rabbit, 3 Magician. He stacked all 3 for Shock.
Shark, Rabbit. Wait, how did he stack a rabbit?
No, he had Shark, Rabbit, 3 Magicians.
Right. Okay. Shark, Rabbit, 3. Oh, so he stacked the 3 Magicians. Okay. And both magicians. And I mean, all 3 Magicians use their effect.
On. Yes.
Oh.
But like the point is, Shockmaster is like a kill card, right? Like you resolve it and you win. So you'd much rather, play it last. After you bait their boundlesses and their compulses and their solemns.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay. Making sure.
This isn't going to be like the time when I said, what does Shockmaster do?
Oh. Yeah,
That's
I remember
that. No, the only...
You clearly were displaying your mastery well there.
Yeah, right. So there was a... I mean, I feel like I know what he was trying to do, but I do think that he did that unnecessarily early.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that...
My Maestro is really good against that deck. They have a really hard time getting over it.
Yeah,
Force them to go Black Corn.
Yeah, no, I mean, I hear that. I'm trying to think of what I would have done exactly. I think I would have done something similar. I think Maestro... Well, actually, I was like, is there a way to get Maestro and then Shock?
Yes.
You overlay...
You have a floating rabbit.
Did he call a level on Shark yet?
No, that was just 4. Oh, no, maybe there wasn't a...
Sorry?
No, there's not a way to get Maestro and Rabbit.
Right.
I hope he has a Mirror Force set, or did he already use a Mirror Force this game?
He did.
I hope he has a second one, and Warning, or something.
You're really rooting for Yuki.
Definitely. Even though, based on my previous, that's not that bad for him. Okay, that's kind of bad for him. Chain Mirror Force.
So, I didn't realize it, but this match is in unrated.
Oh.
That's kind of annoying.
Jeez, what's going on outside?
Yeah. Just siren passing by. I mean, I tell these guys all the time to have rated matches, and I understand if they don't want to ruin their ranking, but
yeah.
I mean, for example, I mean, this is I guess maybe a little different situation, but it happens often where people are playing these unrated games, and it hasn't happened yet, thankfully, but I do worry that there will come a time when someone just draws 4 cards and there's no way to prove it.
I mean, an admin are logs not taken in unrated games?
You can't call an admin.
But you can still PM an admin to come in and see.
You know what? That's a good point. Maybe. I suppose.
But it just takes longer is the thing.
I imagine though when an admin's on, he's going through his list of people that are calling him, and he's not gonna say, "Oh look, let me take a break for this unrated game."
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I know several admins that I could, get if necessary.
It seems like it's an unnecessary burden.
It's also such an unnecessary risk to do that. This is really terrible for Yuki though.
I sense that.
It's an unnecessary risk to draw 4 cards because an admin comes and then you lose. You're disqualified.
Right. I mean, that's probably why it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, because everyone has a little bit of common sense, except for the person who entered with a self-destruct button deck, or wanted to at least.
That was so funny.
Nah, funny's a word for it, I guess.
Not sure what Yuki's saying. I don't know if he's saying wait for the summon or summon and then.
He was thinking. No, that's. I assume the first okay was I'm not going to warning your summon.
Right.
So then he has priority, right, to activate trigger effect or respond to his own summon.
I think he's gonna try to warning that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he has warning. Wouldn't you definitely warning the gorilla?
I mean, it's very possible. I wasn't really watching prior to the Tensu play.
Oh my gosh, he showed torrential. Holy crap. He just got bullied into not torrentialing. This is unreal.
That's pretty funny. To be clear, he should have torrentialed the dragon guy, right? Is that what it's called? Dragon?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he got bullied because the other guy was being trying to be snarky. Wow, this is so frustrating. But he has rat, rabbit coming back. So, not the end of the world.
I suppose.
He's in a really good spot.
I'm pretty sure
MST,
if
MST and he wins, right?
Rat, rabbit. Yeah. I mean,
just rat, rabbit.
Okay. I was gonna say. I was like, where's the other one?
Right. But still, MST and he wins, essentially.
It sucks that the Zenmaidy's in the grave.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Direwolf can get there really hard. What do you think his face down, the right of Tencent is?
That is a good question.
I think it's prison.
Do you know his trap lineup?
No, I don't. You have his deck list. I don't, because it'll say it in the email, remember?
That's annoying.
Okay, I definitely think he should just Direwolf here and pop the Tinky. What do you think?
You said pop the Tinky. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I hear that. I'm a little.
That's a really good play, I think.
Yeah.
And he could probably. I mean, it's really hard for me to think of wind-up plays without the cards in my hand, but he can definitely create an additional threat to Direwolf to kill the Tengu too, thus having him top decking with I guess assuming that plays around the back row.
I'm trying to think if there's a. I mean, he can solo Silver Mountain and Direwolf.
Does he play that Yu-Gi-Oh card? Let me see.
Actually, you know what? Separately, solo. Wait, well, he's 18 though, right?
He doesn't play. Yeah, but he doesn't play soul.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that would have been game.
No, because they wouldn't get over the Tengu.
Okay, so I think you change the rat to attack mode, activate the effect, get magician, use rabbit to banish the rat, get another rabbit, make Direwolf. Or maybe not.
It's the same thing. You would just trigger the magician with rabbit's effect. Unless there's another magician in the grave. Oh yeah, that's
there's
awkward.
another magician in the grave.
Well, he just banished both or the rat and the rabbit.
I'm pretty sure he banished the rat.
Yeah, then trigger one magician. Do one at a time.
One of them's used.
Oh really?
Yeah, so he gets rabbit heat, and then he goes Direwolf's in mains. I'm 99% sure that's the right play.
Well, then that was.
Like, he's playing well now. Last turn was really bad. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, he doesn't have another rabbit? That's right.
Does he run Zemoa?
No, he does not. He only runs Tyrus.
God damn it.
Rank 5s. You made the deck, right?
I didn't make the extra deck, and I only... Look, first of all, I built the deck wrong. I specifically said what to do and what not to do in certain instances, and he definitely... Does he main deck the dualities?
No.
Yeah, see that...
We told about that. We talked about that.
That's something I said to do. Anyway, there's just...
So,
I didn't see the extra deck. That's really the point.
Okay, you want me to tell you the extra deck?
I mean, it's not really relevant now, but...
Oh, okay. I'll link you to it. Link you to his list. He definitely can just win right now. Yeah, that torrential really put in work.
It would have been nicer if he didn't do, if he did it on the summon, then you didn't have to deal with the Tenki.
The Tenki. It would have been really, really nice if he... Oh, I'm so frustrated that he did that. They didn't Direwolf or Shock and the Shockmaster play, but he's still up so many cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you know, he's still gonna pop the Tenki.
Yeah.
And next turn he's got, I think, 2 rats coming back, or is it one rat?
What?
Is it 1 rat or 1 rat, 1 rabbit?
Shockmaster and 2 rats are banished, I think.
I mean, he's in a great spot right now. He's up on life. He's up on cards.
Yeah.
It's his game to lose.
Definitely. Maestro does. Oh no, never mind. It does. Maestro detaches because Tengu is 18.
Right. That's what I was saying before about the Soul of Silver Mountain.
So unfortunately, he has to make an inefficient use out of his rats. Like, I think the best play looking at his extra deck, is to just not use them and swing with his magician, his in-mains, and his maestro.
Has that face down been face down since turn 1?
The one to the right of Tenki?
No, the one to the right of Fiendish Chain.
Oh, no, that was just set last turn.
Damn. I was gonna say, because if that was the Solemn, you know, he just has game.
He would have... Oh, yeah, that would be Solemn. Gotcha. Really, really wondering... Oh, wow, wonder why he did that.
Probably just to clear up some space, if but nothing else.
Why not the Magician?
Because that's what's gonna... Like, if he does have a Mirror Force, that's... Like,
I'd rather have 2 rats.
What?
I'd rather have 2 rats. That Magician has been used, right? Yeah, the Magician was used.
I mean, you can bring up a Tyrus or anything like in main phase 2. Otherwise you just have
What do you
2.
mean?
Oh wait, how many sharks are in grave?
1 or 0. It's attached.
Right.
Oh no, I think there's 1 Magician Shark. There's 1 in grave. That's a good card.
That is a good Yu-Gi-Oh card. I guess let me think about this for a second. I think you know what? He wasn't planning on going into anything main phase 2, and just the Magician in defense is safer than the Rat in defense. Not that it matters.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that
Starlight Road?
There shouldn't be 1 set.
No Starlight Road.
Awesome. So like, here's what we really are curious about. Like, we don't know if Yuki's gonna side into
Fire Fists.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I don't know how hard he decided to go into Fire Fists. I think the last I talked to him, he was thinking about 3 bear and 2.
I linked you to the list.
Yeah, I'm not opening it on camera.
Okay, you want me to tell you?
Right.
Okay, it is 3 Gene Wolf werewolves, 3 bear, 1 gorilla, 2 rabbit, 3rd Tinky. He mains 2. 1 Tensen, 2 duality, and 2 of the trap that makes all of them gain 300 and 1 gain 700.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was Jay Bear just messaged me and told me that Yuki's stalling.
Okay.
And he said,
I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
I don't think so either, but at the same time, you know, I obviously you want to avoid going into time as much as you can, so I told him that.
Yeah, but like he was definitely not stalling.
Yes,
those are very, very difficult plays to think out.
Yes, I agree. It's not like I think he's just saying that because he's playing Fire Fist and his moves can be thought of in 5 seconds, whereas windups not so much. But
yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. I still told him to hurry it up a bit. Anyway, so can you tell me what the side deck was again?
Okay, side deck is 3 normals, the Gene Wolf werewolves, 3 bears, 1 gorilla, 2 rescue rabbits, a 3rd Tenki, a Tensen, 2 duality, and 2 of the searchable battle phase traps. The ones that gain 700 for 1 guy and 300 for the team.
Yeah.
I definitely. Okay, he said he sided into fires.
Okay. Can you fix your mic?
Fix it?
Yeah. Again, it sounds like you're just taking the mic and rubbing it against your shirt.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Like it's just...
I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's all right. Anyway, so at the last we were talking about was I didn't like the idea of rabbit with just the 3 normals. That was one. The second thing is I didn't hold on. The second thing was I said main deck the dualities, and I wanted to find a way to main deck the 3rd Tensen too. One of the problems when you do the
3rd Tenki?
No, sorry, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, and the 2nd Tensen. But I also wanted Vorse Raiders, and I wanted a DDV. But
yeah, that's so tough.
yeah, no. Listen, I mean, I understand. Separately from all that, by the way, is you. I mean, you don't have to do all that. It's whatever. But what I don't like with the wind up transitional sides is that you have to deal with your extra deck space.
That's definitely tough.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I think in one of my drafts I didn't run Starlight Road in the wind up build, even though I like Starlight Road in the wind up build. Because I didn't have room for the Stardust, and it's like, okay, well, I mean that really sucks. So yeah, I mean, as much as I can, I'd like to main deck as much as I can, so I can side deck, if anything, the extra deck cards. But yeah.
Yeah, it's really tough.
You
I lost my train of thought.
It's fine.
Yeah, that gets MST for sure. But it's just really tough when you have to go to game 3 for whatever reason.
Of course.
Especially since every card in his deck is like is dedicated for Fire Fists, or in his side deck. So like he doesn't have anything for like, say he's playing against water, you know, and like maybe he doesn't want to play. Maybe he isn't comfortable with fire versus water, so he could have like found space for 2 macro, but he decided not to do that.
Well, all right. So here's the thing. I mean, I totally hear what you're saying. You're losing an opportunity to side these blowout cards, but I think the point of this is to negate the advantage gained by their blowout cards. Which
yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I made this a point. I don't know if you saw the data analysis for the second tournament, that video.
No, I don't watch your videos.
Wow.
I don't think they're any good.
Okay. I made the point that if you looked at the win rates, and I specifically use this as an example just because I had the most data points on them, but if you looked at the matchup between Fire Fists and Windups, game 1, actually let me back up. Overall, Fire Fists are a slight favorite. I think they win like 52 or 54, I think like 52% of the time or something like that.
That's really interesting because I know a lot of a horde of Fire Fist players, like 4 or 5, main decked 2 deck devs in the last tournament.
Well, deck dev was a popular card, but what's really interesting about that, by the way, the fact that deck dev was there didn't even matter so much, because if you looked at the overall win rate, it was 52%, but the game 1 win rate was only 47%.
That's interesting.
So what they actually had, like a worse Fire Fist have a worse matchup against Windups game 1 compared to game 2 when they have a 57% win rate. So they get like a 10% boost. And
after boarding, I mean,
and I'll tell you,
that many kill cards makes sense.
Well, this is actually what I want to tell you. So if you look at the odds, and I do this in the video, you can watch it, you can see the numbers yourself. If you look at the odds of drawing one of 3 Rivalry of Warlords, and all of the 8 Fire Fist players in the last tournament all played Rivalry of Warlords, and most of them played 3. The odds of drawing that are like 30-something%. But then the chances, and if you're Windups and say you're saying, okay, hold on a second.
I got it.
Okay. I don't know what the question is.
It's cool. I got it.
Okay.
Oh jeez, oh jeez. Second solemn.
Wow, that was a really necessary solemn.
I'm sorry? Oh wow, that was an extremely necessary solemn.
And that was an extremely necessary solemn.
Yeah.
Alright, so anyway, let me
also be good.
Yeah. Oh, this is so busted. So anyway, let me finish the point I was making. So Windups have a bad matchup, or sorry, a good matchup against Fire Fist game 1, but they have a bad matchup game 2 and 3. And what I was talking about was Rivalry of Warlords. Rivalry, the chance of drawing it in your opening hand is like 30-something%. The chance, if you're a wind-up player and you're side decking 2 Dust Tornadoes, in addition to your 3 Typhoons and your Heavy Storm, so you have 6 cards, the odds of drawing one of those 6 cards in your turn 1 hand are about 60-something%. But the odds of not drawing any of them are about like 30-something%. So if you look at the odds of not drawing a Typhoon or something, while they draw Rivalry, it's about 14%. So that means turn 1, about 14% of the time, they're going to open up with a Rivalry, and you won't open up with any way of stopping it. And I think that almost entirely accounts for the gain that Fire Fist gain against Windups.
Definitely.
So, so when you, the point I was making there is that that similar logic, and that's, by the way, only if you side deck in the Dust Tornadoes. If you only have 4, the odds of this backfiring are a little worse. I think it goes up to like 20% or something like that. But the point there is that these auto kill cards really do affect the game's 2 and 3 matchups. So if you're playing windups, for example, like Yuki is, and you're trying to mitigate that, what happens is you may not be gaining that 10% yourself, but you're not losing the 10% advantage you had, or at least if you look at how the Fire Fist matchup plays. See, that's the thing. If you side into heroes, suddenly your heroes against water matchup matters, or your heroes against Fire Fist matchup matters. But if those matchups are flat even or whatever, then at the very least you're not taking as big of a loss in terms of what you could be, what you otherwise would be. It just depends on how these matchups. It depends on what you can side into. If, for example, say Fire Fists, like for example, he sides into Fire Fist, right? The Fire Fist against Fire Fist matchup is obviously 50%. So more in your favor though if they do happen to side deck in rivalries, right?
Right. That's the idea.
Right. So if you're playing, so instead of trying your luck, I guess, in this Fire Fist matchup by siding in Veilers and Fiendish Chains and things like that, and then having to deal with the rivalries, just siding into the Fire Fist instead and giving yourself a slight advantage seems like a smart play.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if that was like long-winded and kind of confusing. I had to sort through it as I was saying it. The short version is Yuki would be at a deficit in this game too if he tried siding anything else. But the fact that he's siding into Fire Fists make it so it's a coin flip.
Unless his opponent knows that he was going to side into Fire Fist. Right? Because his opponent so far has had 0 dead cards against him.
Even if that's the case, though, even if it was the case, we'll put it. Actually, this is something on Yuki's part. Personally, if I know that my opponent knows that I'm siding into Fire Fist and I suspect he's not going to side deck in rivalries, I'll just keep my main deck. And then Yuki would have more of an advantage. But that's a call Yuki would have to make.
How would Yuki have more advantage if it's main deck Fire Fist versus it's?
I said it before. Windups have the advantage game 1.
Right. I thought you were. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So did he try using 2 Tensus?
He said it with Tiger King, and then he flipped it, and then he normaled for turn. Oh no, that was his additional normal. He had Gorilla to start with, and then he normal summoned Gene-Orc Werewolf, and then he additional normal Tensu.
You can't additional normal twice.
He had one guy on the field when his turn started.
Yeah.
Then he used his normal summon on Gene-Orc Werewolf.
Okay.
And then he used his Tensu summon on.
Oh, okay. So then, quick question: Why didn't he activate the Tensu after Dragon was on the field?
Beats me.
Okay, that's all I cared about.
Yeah, it's just displays. I'm getting word that Adam Corn just lost 202 Insectors.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Wow. I'm going to have to head out soon. What do you think? You think that Yuki's going to keep in Fists? You think he's going to go into windups or what?
I mean, I imagine that he'll go back to windups. I think he'll take his time. Sorry, I think he'll try to do this as quickly as he can.
Yeah, that's probably the idea. Whenever I played with heroes into windups, or windups into heroes rather, a few times, for Duels Grounds Warring, I would always say that I was going to be AFK while I was siding. Because it took a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they wouldn't know for sure whether or not. Yeah, so I definitely take it that guy did not cite anything for windups, considering that was definitely a very low card game, and if he had any dead cards, it would have swung the advantage into Yuki's favor.
Right. It's 1-1 right now, right?
Correct.
Oh, I see it right there. I'm so stupid. Well, it seems like Yuki is taking a long time, which would suggest that he's keeping in Fire Fists.
Mm-hmm.
Just based off of the whole, like, reverse psychology thing.
Yeah, I always think it's very dangerous to click done siding, or like to be done siding before your opponent is.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, he also might just not want to stall, I guess. When did he hit that? I just noticed that now. Was it right away?
Just hit it.
Oh, okay.
He just hit it. Like 13 seconds ago now.
Gotcha. And Jay Bear has a decision to make. It could be the case, by the way, just not to throw out the possibility, but it could be the case that Jay Bear didn't know that he was siding into Fire Fists, just didn't draw any of his anti-wind-up stuff, and is now saying, he's siding into Fire Fists, let me side out my anti-wind-up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be that way.
I'm praying for Magician Shark.
Yeah, of course.
Or just Factory. Factory wins the game as well. If I would normally not say that about anyone, but I definitely think that's the case for Yuki, because in game one, despite that Shockmaster trip, I think he played very well.
Who's Lito Chink Boy?
I have no idea. I just saw him. Hopefully that gets a wind-up rabbit. That's pretty good. The real Starlight Road. Dave would have already flipped it.
Yeah, he would have been so excited.
Yep. Alright. That makes things a little bit less terrible. What if he has MST and Bear? Would you have set the song in there?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like a lot of times, every time someone draws a trap with Solemn, they feel like they need the Solemn to protect the trap.
Mm-hmm.
And I quite often don't feel that way at all.
I don't think that's the correct play either. So if Yuki drew back row move here, oh, that's interesting. Searching Tinsu. Oh, Yuki definitely is expecting to have a good turn next turn. He said it's gonna be. No, I won't say what he said. If he has Shark, that'd be really good. A Shark, any other monster would be very good for him. Maybe he has Mind Control and can go Direwolf. That would be exceptional. Then if he had any trap, he'd be so set. Oh, that's a good one.
I appreciate the fact that you're talking to yourself right now.
I'm sorry.
No. I mean, I like I said, I mean, I appreciate it only because, for whatever reason, I just got 6 Facebook messages that I have to deal with.
Oh, okay. That heavy storm. That's. Huh.
So,
I guess a heavy sword makes sense.
Hector Vasquez messaged me. He said, "Hey, I thought of a great idea. When you get 16 champions, you should hold a special tournament for them. And $20 entry fee would be a high roller tournament."
That'd be awesome.
High roller.
Yeah, high roll with $20 entry.
But I mean, it's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, I'd probably do I feel like 8 is almost enough, and you can like get features for every. Now, if Jacob doesn't have any hand traps in his deck, which I haven't seen a Fire Fist deck that has hand traps, he'd be really well off. I assume Yuki has a shark here.
Giovanni, when he won, he main decked hand traps.
He's not main decking hand traps now.
Yes, he is. He main decks 2 Veilers.
Just kidding. My bad. Huh. I really hope he just goes in mighty here. I just want him to establish dominance. Even if he just goes Magician, Banish, Direwolf, Pop Self, swing for 15, that would still be really good.
A lot of people keep asking me if X2s can top.
Can they?
Yes.
Alright.
The last tournament, 3 of them top.
Okay. Yeah, Yuki was asking if he won this round, if he would be guaranteed to top. I didn't know. Zen Mighty would be really good here, no matter what. Zen Mighty if he has a trap. If he doesn't have a trap, then he probably has Shark. Can you think of a better route than Direwolf to a 2900 King?
I'm sorry, hold on one sec.
Oh, I guess he decided Direwolf was not the right play. Oh my gosh. I am so confused. Okay, I have to head out, Chris. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, no, seriously?
Yes, I do. I may be back in time for top if it gets that far. Oh, okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Alright, take it easy.